This is a Fox News alert. Saudi Arabia has admitted tonight that missing journalist Jamal Khashoggi is in fact dead. They concede that he was killed by Saudis during what they said was a fistfight in their consulate in Turkey. While the Saudis blame what you just heard, a lot of the left has decided that President Trump is to blame somehow, though there's no evidence he was in the consulate when the killing took place. Chris Hahn is an attorney, radio show host, and former staffer to Senator Chuck Schumer. He joins us tonight. Chris, great to see you. We're all very anti-Saudi now. As someone who's been anti-Saudi for a long time, it's nice to have your company. Where were all these chest beaters last spring when the United States bombed Syria in part at the direction of Saudi Arabia? And everybody on the left, including your former boss Chuck Schumer, said, oh, no, it's a very good idea to do the bidding of Saudi Arabia. But now anyone who says anything about Saudi Arabia is immoral. Like, how did that change exactly?
Look, I have always been concerned with Saudi Arabia. I'm a New Yorker who worked in the United States Senate after 9/11, and I don't trust them. They gave aid and comfort to the people who bombed us, and I don't understand how we're looking at what MBS did to Khashoggi any differently than we're looking at what Al-Qaeda did to Daniel Pearl. This is an act of terror, and it needs to be dealt with that way. Now, as for Trump's role in this, he has been.
Hold on, stop. Wait, before you get all the Trump do whatever, he's sucking up to dictators, right? Says the party that sucks up to China. Anyway, a sincere question. Has to be dealt with how? So you're pushing for, I guess, another war, this one against the Saudis? Tell us all the new wars that we need.
I think that I think that we need to insist. Look, we have a lot of leverage over Saudi Arabia, especially in their security in the Middle East, and we need to insist that this man is not installed permanently on the throne. He's right now the crown prince. Obviously, the king is.
So we're going to destabilize, but this is like foreign policy by cable news, my favorite kind. So what happens when the Saudi kingdom, the royal family, no longer controls? I know controls their own country.
Yeah.
What would happen if the Saudi royal family collapsed? What do you think what the aftermath would look like?
Last I checked, there's about 40 other princes in Saudi Arabia that they can choose from. In fact, MBS wasn't even originally in line for the throne, and I don't think it's up to us to support dictators and terrorists. And I'm sorry, what he did to Khashoggi was not just about Khashoggi, it was about every journalist who threatened him anywhere in the world. And this is something.
How are journalists in China? Hold on. How are journalists?
And the president of the United States. The president of the United States is acting very weak here.
Yes, please save me the moral posturing to stand up. Actually, let me just ask. I just wonder what the standards are here. So obviously, journalists in China are killed far more often than they're killed in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, China being a huge funder and supporter of the Democratic Party and a favorite of the Democratic Party. Are we going to apply these new standards?
I don't know where you get that from, but okay.
Oh, really?
I think that we should
maybe I should show you the tape of Dianne Feinstein pledging allegiance to China.
We should
so across the board, it doesn't matter.
Values wherever they are threatened anywhere. We should stand. Look, Khashoggi was an American permanent resident, and our law treats permanent residents the same as it does citizens, and this president should respond the same way. He killed somebody who was under our protection, and if the president doesn't respond, it's because he's weak.
Cool it with the moral outrage, okay? I think we're all a little sick of it.
Well, how can we not be outraged? How can we not be outraged?
Well, I don't know, because there's a long list of things to be outraged by. How about the war in Yemen, which the Saudis have been prosecuting, which killed untold children? I don't remember you holding a press conference to express outrage about that. Oh, you are?
I am outraged by that too, but we're talking about this tonight, Tucker, and I want to know if you think the Khashoggi killing is different than the Daniel Pearl killing, because I don't think it is.
Of course it
is. It?
Look, I'm not.
Is it?
I think the Saudi government is medieval and terrifying. I think it's different in like 50 ways.
Yes,
question is so stupid. I'm not sure how to respond to it.
We are in mutual agreement, Tucker. I agree with you. I do not like what's going on there. I don't like a lot of things going around the world. We have a lot of leverage over the Saudis, and we should use it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. New war. Thanks, Chris.